Get it done. Why call it to order? Okay, just bang the gavel.
Just hit the gavel.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Scott Weiland. I'm the solicitor for Swatara Township. Welcome. We have one preliminary item of procedural business before we actually call the meeting to order, and that is that the board has to elect a president pro tem during this reorganization meeting, someone to preside over the election of the officers. So with that, I'll ask is there any nomination for president pro tem?
Motion, Tom Connolly.
Are there any other nominations? All those in favor of Commissioner Connolly for President Pro Tem, please say aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Mr. Connolly, the gavel is yours.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. I don't have the exact time. What is the time?
7:13.
7:13. I'm going to ask everyone to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for our invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. While everyone's standing, we have Pastor Mac Granderson. If you would come up here, sir. While he's coming up, I'd say we have his lovely wife. Good to see you.
Well, good evening. What a joyous occasion. And God bless you. I bring you greetings in the name of Jesus, the Son of God, the Prince of Peace, the healer of our brokenness, and our only pathway to eternal life. Would you please bow your heads, close your eyes as we approach God. Heavenly Father, you who is the architect of the universe and creator of all things seen and unseen, we lift up our leaders of Swatara Township and their loving, supportive families to you. Grant their families the gifts of patience and understanding when the demands of public service are exhausting, time-consuming, and difficult. Inspire these chosen leaders with wisdom, humility, and compassion. May they diligently seek your divine will as they carry out the responsibilities of their office. Ignite in them the desire to stand in solidarity with the needy, the poor, the forgotten, and the lost. May they be determined to lead our community with honesty and do all that they can to defeat hate, prejudice, and injustice. Encourage them to serve others, putting aside self-interest. Dear God, surround our township leaders with wise counsel as they dream, plan, deliberate, and fulfill the wishes of their constituents, which they serve. Please be with them when they must make decisions that may be unpopular. Strengthen them to follow the higher divine path for the common good. May they be a shining example of loving thy neighbor as thyself. I pray that you will be in this room. We give this service to you in your hands, and I pray that you will lead them to govern with integrity and serve a purpose bigger than themselves. As they walk hand in hand with you, empower them to overcome any limitation and discover in themselves something greater than they could ever have imagined. May we always see in them a dedication to service, and may they see in us a willingness to give them our support. Amen. 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 Great job.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we're up to number 5 on the agenda, the purpose of the meeting.
This is an occurrence that comes every 2 years. This is where we reorganize local government. The board has 5 commissioners. They all serve 4-year terms. 2 of the commissioners, the 2 on the ends, have been recently elected. So they're starting their 4-year term. The 3 in the middle are in the middle of their 4-year term. So we've been here 2 years, and the ones on the outside will be sworn in shortly. We'll also fill some other roles in local government, and this is an official meeting. Our normal pattern is the first and second Wednesday of the month. This will count for the meeting for this week. So we will not meet on this Wednesday. We'll go back on that pattern next week on the 14th. And that's how the meetings go here. They'll be the first and second Wednesday, unless it's a holiday or special circumstance, and the meeting has to either be changed or canceled. But that's the pattern that we will follow. We know that you're anxious and in anticipation, but part of the reason that we're not hurrying this along is the judge that's on the agenda tonight, Judge Latasha C. Williams, Dauphin County Court of Common Pleas, is conducting a swearing in Derry Township. This has happened to us in other years. We've shared, unfortunately he passed away this year, but Judge Michael Smith. So we're going to go to the recognition of dignitaries, and for us, everybody here is important and you're all special people. When we recognize dignitaries at this meeting, it's going to be elected officials or people that serve on a Swatara Township board. So I don't want to offend anybody if I don't I see plenty of friends that are important and are dignitaries to me, but we're going to try to do that. And then at that point, we're going to be waiting. We have a police car out front in a parking spot that will exchange spots with the judge, so she doesn't have to find a parking spot, and then she'll come in, and at that point, we will go to the introduction of the judge, and then we'll do the swearing in, then we'll do the rest of the meeting. So it might seem like we're going a little slow. There's kind of a purpose to that. And I do want to check with Commissioner Steele. Do we need to take that action we had discussed?
Yeah, I can take it now. Motion to amend the agenda, adding item 6A, approval of the agenda, and 13C, which will be treasurer.
I'll second that. I'm the person running the meeting as the president pro te, so is there any discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we're going to amend the agenda. Does the secretary have that? It wasn't that extensive. I think you're teasing me. All right, so at this point, I see we have, and I'm going to take any help I can get from up here with my vision and my age, but I see we have State Representative Dave Madsen in attendance. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I saw former Commissioner Michael Tuckey in the room. Thank you for coming, sir. I didn't see her yet.
Right, straight ahead.
Oh, we have former Commissioner Christine Zubak. Thank you.
Vertically challenged, I understand.
I see we have the Vice President of the Swatara Township Authority, Mr. Keith Flynn. We have the Chairman of the Zoning Hearing Board, Mr. Phil Baer. We have a member of the Planning Commission, Karen Baer. We have the President, or are you the Chairman of the Planning Commission? I'm going to screw it up. Is that? Chad Martin. I'm told, I do see. We have Kim Coleman from the Swatara Township Authority. And I'm going to say, if I missed anybody.
Former. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Former.
I'm not sure.
Let you know, audience.
You know, stand up and introduce yourself so that we.
Patricia Blumenthal,
Oh, and you were? Planning Commission. I'm sorry. I could see pointing, and I know the guy that was pointing, but I wasn't sure where he was pointing. Is there anybody that I missed on this side of the room who serves on a board or commission at Swatara Township or is a former elected official? Is there anybody I missed on this side of the room? Okay, well, for the people that I mentioned, appreciate you coming out tonight. And I think at this point, to be productive with the use of time, do we have Katie Everson available?
You didn't introduce her. Planning Commission.
What's that?
Planning Commission. Recognition.
No, but she was in the hallway.
Right, but she comes in.
If we could get her to come in, then I'll recognize her as being on the Planning Commission, and would she be able to take the picture? I see her through the door there. She has children with her, so it may or may not work out. We'll see. Mr. Flynn, are your Meta glasses working as a camera tonight?
Yes, they are.
You might have a second option here.
I do have my phone too.
Okay. So a second option and a 2B. We have Katie Everson, a member of the Planning Commission. We're still in a holding pattern for our judge to do the swearing in. So we were going to do the group photo. That way, when it's over, we don't have to do that. So you want us in front? Okay. You tell us where to go. And just for people that have been here before, some years we get the judge first, and some years we get the judge second. So this is the second year. So we get to spend more time with you while we're waiting. Which is the best way to the front? We're going to have to get through. Go out the door. Go out the door. Is everybody good? Want to take a picture?
One was over there. That was a little quick.
Yeah, all right, that's a little bit. Yeah, right? What's right vehicle? Huh? Oh. I know. Yeah, I know. My bad. I got to choose my words when I do runs.
I thought you still like a silver on fire.
My apologies. It's all over. All over. You might want to ask him about his audible shit. He's calling audible.
He's calling on.
She's going to say repeat everything. She's going to say yeah, and then she'll say the rest of it. She'll just have to say it to you.
Which we don't have to admit anything.
I do, yes.
And you can do the same thing.
I'm supposed to give it this one.
You want that for your
Well, can't get any realer than that. I'm actually learning. Yeah. That's right. Fully comprehended. Fully comprehended. If you made some of the things that are in there, that's wrong. They don't want you to know.
You're going to go first. What are we up to here?
We're still accepted.
Okay.
Your seats are there.
Cam is when I come around. I'm going to walk this over. Beneath, you might as well come with me. Dan, you might as well come with me.
Okay.
We're all comfortable.
Oh, like it's a grand entrance. I didn't think about that. We have to push that back. I can't do that.
Ben, you can hold that spot right where you're at for now. We're going to do ladies first. So, and I'm just speaking for the people that are,
Take it off and face the public. You don't need to face us.
oh, wait.
Take the mic off.
For what?
To speak. There's no reason. Yeah,
No, this,
spin it or just take it off and hold it.
I'm just going to say that we're up to the introduction of Dauphin County Court of Common Pleas Judge Latasha C. Williams, who will be doing the swearing in tonight. And we're going to start with
Facing us for this part.
Commissioner Benita Rye. Do we need to move this? Is it in your way? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get this out of here. The brakes on or something?
Well, what I'll do is I'll come on this side. So let's.
Yes.
All right. If you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of Swatara Township Commissioner with fidelity. Congratulations. You sure you want to put the date?
Commissioner Douglas? Invite whoever you want up and get yourself centered.
Okay.
You want me to go over there? All right. Yeah, right?
If you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
Antonio Douglas,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of Swatara Township Commissioner
of Swatara Township Commissioner
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
After Tom? Look at 13. It is after. It's after their point.
Yeah, so we'll go quick to get there. Welcome to our two new commissioners. Congratulations. We're up to the election of officers for the Board of Commissioners. Do I have a nomination for President of the Board of Commissioners?
Yes, I nominate Shane Stilley as president.
Do you have a nomination? I nominate Shayla Ellis for president.
Second.
Scott, do you want
Let's do a vote first for president. All those in favor of Shayla Ellis, say aye.
to? Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, you've been elected president.
Thank you. I'll entertain a nomination for the vice president, and I would nominate Shane Steele.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? All those in favor of Shane Steele for vice president?
Nominate Benita Wright for vice president.
Okay, are there any other nominations? The nominations are closed. Let's vote first for Commissioner Shane Steele for vice president. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Shane is the vice president.
Congratulations. This is going to conclude the duties that I had tonight, for being the person that was running the meeting. I still have additional duties as we go on. But at this point, I would like to introduce to everyone the President and Vice President of the Board. We have President Shayla Ellis and Vice President Shane Steele. I will turn the ceremonial gavel over to the President.
All right, we're up to item 10, seating of commissioners. We're going to stay in the order that we're in. Secretary Savage, could you do a roll call vote, please? Or a roll call, I'm sorry, not vote. You're right.
A motion to approve the agenda?
I'll second. I'm assuming no discussion. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, now we're going to go to roll call. Mic on.
You're on the line.
Here.
Commissioner Douglas,
Here.
Commissioner Rye,
Yeah.
Commissioner Connolly,
Here.
Vice President Steele,
Here.
President Ellis.
Here.
Madam President, you have a quorum.
Thank you. All right, we are up to item 12, appointments. So we're at 12A then, Township Secretary.
Jen Savage?
Second.
The motion and a second. Do we want to do them all in a row or do we want to do them individually? Okay. All right. Do we have any other nominations for Township Secretary? All right. Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. So Secretary Savage will continue in her role. We're up to Township Treasurer. I'll entertain a motion.
Brittany Yardzinski?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any other nominations? All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. So I will make a motion to appoint Mr. Scott Weiland as solicitor for Swatara Township.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any other nominations? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. We are up to Township Engineer.
Motion for Dawood?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any other nominations? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we are up to Sergeant at Arms.
Superintendent Tom Stauffer.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. Any other nominations? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All right. So now we will move on to item 13, swearing in of the other officials. This will be Township Secretary, Township Solicitor, and Township Treasurer.
What we're going to do on this is have, if it works, Your Honor, if you come back here, you'll read the oath and they'll say their name. We can do all, I think we can do all three at the same time. They'll say their name and their position.
Want us to move?
Yeah.
There's room over here.
Tom, did you put the money
Yeah, she'll read this and then she'll say aye and then you'll say your name. Should they have a Bible with somebody?
Got it.
All right, does anybody here? So you'll get that, so, good job. If she says, should she go through each one against her sermon, and then the position, and I'm not taking longer thinking about it. So when she says, oh, you so generous, God, and then you'll say, with the duties of, we only have one chief. So you're going to say, sorry, Mr. Secretary,
All right, if you would raise your right hands and repeat after me. I
I, Jenya Savage,
Scott Weiland.
Brittany Arzinski,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
and that I will discharge
the duties of
the duties of Secretary
Solicitor.
treasurer.
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations to each of you.
You're going to use that one. Brendan, who's this go to? Is this you?
Yeah. Thank you.
One picture, the board.
Oh, yeah. With everybody?
I was kind of mean, but if the whole board wants to.
You're being stingy.
I mean. No, I was going
Are we going this way here?
Benita and Ben. Can you take it? Please get more behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You're good.
We'd like to thank Dauphin County Court of Common Pleas Judge Latasha C. Williams for swearing in our commissioners and several of our other appointments. She was sworn in today as a Dauphin County judge for a 10-year term. So we appreciate her on her special day taking the time to come here. She did other municipalities on the weekend And before she came here tonight, she was in Derry Township. So she's still on her way out. But could I ask everybody to give the judge a round of applause?
All right, we're going to go ahead and continue with the agenda. We're up to item 14, rules of order.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. The board will follow Robert's Rules of Order, the 12th edition. That is the most recent edition. Do we have any discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are up to public comment. This public comment session will be for agenda items only. So you may come forward, state your name and address, as well as write it down for record keeping purposes. And then we will ask, please keep it to 3 minutes or less. Do we have anyone for public comment at this time? All right. We'll go on to committee assignments. So, let me bring it up on my phone. So, Commissioner Ray will be Public Works and Stormwater as well as Grants. Commissioner Douglas will be Personnel and Facilities. Commissioner Connolly will be Public Safety and Planning and Codes. Vice President Steele will be Senior Citizens and Parks and Recreations, and I will chair Budget and Finance and Communications and Technology. And we are on to other appointments, item 17. So for boards and commissions and authorities, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion John Lawson to the Sewer Board vacancy, 5-year vacancy.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any other boards under that one that?
That's the only
Okay,
vacancy.
that's the only vacancy. Any other nominations? Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. And we are up to 17B, Vacancy Board. I'll entertain a motion.
I'm going to nominate former Commissioner Richard Bowder.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any other nominations? All right, hearing none. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Up to item 18, consideration of resolution appointment to the Planning Commission. I will entertain a motion there are 2 vacancies for the Planning Commission.
There's 4 vacancies, I believe, for the 1 year. To get us back on track, I would nominate Karen Bear and Chad Martin.
Okay. I'll second. Do we have any other discussions or nominations at this time?
What is there, 5?
There's 4. Do we want to just do these for the 1 year? Vote?
That's fine. Okay.
And then-
Any other nominations for the 1-year terms? And the reason, for the public, the reason that there are 1-year terms is the Planning Commission was larger, it shrunk, we never fixed the order. You can't have 4 people off at one time and 1 person stay on. So this is to try to get us back on track where we have staggered vacancies on that board. So it'll be 2, 2, and 1. Will that be the order that it follows?
There's 2 1-year nominations.
2, 1, 2.
Yeah, for future vacancies. So it won't be for 1 year or one term when one term is ending and only 1 person. This will make it staggered so that there'll be a better flow of turnover, if that makes sense. So.
Now, I guess I got a question, Scott. I guess once the 1-year terms are up, then they just roll right into the 5-year terms then, the next appointment, right? Because then they'll already be staggered.
I think
Or
I think they're 4-year
4
terms,
years, but
yes,
the
yeah,
next
right.
appointment at the 1-year terms will roll into 4 years and it'll be staggered. That's what I thought. Okay.
All right. Any more discussion for those 2 appointments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and then there are 2 terms that are 4-year that are up for nomination as well.
Motion, Commissioner Conley.
I'll second,
I would motion Joe Kennelly.
and I'll second. Do we have any other names at this time? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So that will be Resolution R-2026-1. We're up to item 19, consideration of resolution appointment to the zoning hearing board.
I'll nominate Kelly Kennelly.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? I'll second. Do we have any discussion at this time? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's going to be Resolution R-2026-2. Up to a consideration of resolution, the 2026 fee schedule. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second? I'll second. And then I will ask our Director of Planning and Zoning, Zach Golden, to just give a brief explanation for the public.
I'm so sorry we have to talk about fees on this lovely evening, so I'll try to be as brief as possible. I sent the Board of Commissioners and the Commissioners-elect a copy of a red line version. I'll just go down briefly for the public. So for building permits, these are all handled through Approved Code Services. So I work with Neil over at Approved Codes to figure out what their fees are going to be for 2026, and those changes reflect that. For the public's awareness, we only technically make $35 on every building permit, as that's an administrative fee for handling the permits and processing the permits, that is. So those fees get directly passed to Approved Code Services. Under engineering and staff fees, no changes are recommended. Under miscellaneous permit applications and other requests, we did add a quick note to the recently fats, oils, and greases fog discharge permit. We just added a note that if it takes additional time, that it would be charged at $85 per hour. We are recommending an intermunicipal liquor license transfer license application fee. It takes a lot of time, a lot of staff time. We have an escrow there. And the big thing there is paying for advertisements. So that's basically reimbursing us for the really expensive advertisements. The IPMC International Property Maintenance Code Board of Appeals, we added that. That's always been a board here. However, we don't have a fee for it. So a minimal fee of $500, that's to cover advertisements. Municipal collections, municipal lien claims, no changes. Municipal collections, taxes and license, no changes. Litigation items, no changes. On-lot sewage disposal systems, we made a few changes. I've been looking at other municipalities. Fee schedules, and ours was way off. It's not that it's going to be a significant increase. However, we're modernizing the fees for the on-lot sewage disposal permits. Let's see. Park and recreation, no changes. Right to knows, no changes. That's set by the state. Police department, no changes. Subdivision, land development, and other amendments, we are recommending an increase. The sketch plan, yield plan, due to advertisement fees increasing. And also curative amendments, zoning amendments, and conditional use applications, I'm recommending an increase due to the extreme expense of advertisement in the newspaper. Stormwater plans, the escrow, we're recommending it be increased slightly. These are fees, or they are not fees. These are escrows that the developers pay to us. We put it in a bank account, and it sits and it pays the engineer fees. So whatever is not spent at the end gets reimbursed to the person. So that needs to be increased slightly to meet the increase of cost of engineering. Zoning hearing board, recommending increases to those items, appeals, special exception, variances, interpretations. Again, advertising is crazy expensive. Floodplain development permit, we're recommending a slight increase to the fee and to the escrow. And then the floodplain appeal and variance application, again, slight increase due to advertising. And that's my presentation.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion at this time?
I just want to say for discussion, for the people that are listening to this, these are fees that are for specific projects that individuals or businesses are doing, and the fee covers the expense of what they're doing. So this way, the taxpayers who aren't doing the project aren't putting the money in. So this is basically a fee for the project that they're doing, and we based it on the actual cost of the fee. So just to be clear, as prices go up for certain things, what we have to pay for it goes up. So we make this specific to that project so that the broader burden isn't spread across the taxpayers. So appreciate the work that you did. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you did a due diligence on this, Zach, but I'm a hardline no. We just raised some of these fees last year. We haven't even realized what the revenue is going to be year over year. For some, I think I could have voted for some if they were individual, but as a whole package, because we have not allowed our residents to go through a whole year and see what that revenue, if that project actually, if those fees actually pay for the projects that are getting done. I can't vote for this, so I'm a hardline no.
Do we have any other discussion at this time?
I'm a soft no, but I'm still a no, only because I do see the due diligence in this, and this is beautiful work and information. Definitely like to gnaw on the curd on this right here, but great work.
Thank you.
By the way, great work.
All right. Any other discussion? All right.
Madam President, if you'll divide the House on the vote.
Yep. Secretary Savage, could you do a roll call, please?
Commissioner Douglas,
No.
Commissioner Rye,
No.
Commissioner Connolly,
Yes.
Commissioner Steele,
No.
President Ellis.
Yes. All right. So that was defeated 3-2. We'll revisit that most likely in the future once we see, where we're at with those fees. All right, we're up to consideration of resolution approval of the tax and revenue anticipation note. You go for it.
Should we make a motion?
Should we do the introduction? I think you guys work together on
Yes,
this.
I can do that, sure. I'd like to introduce Tim Horstman from Eckerd Siemens. Tim is bond counsel to the township and is overseeing the preparation of the tax revenue anticipation.
Thank you, Scott. Good evening, Commissioners, Madam President. My name is Tim Horstman, and I'm an attorney with Eckerd Siemens in Harrisburg, and it's my pleasure to serve as your bond counsel. The reason I'm here tonight is because the township is considering issuing a tax and revenue anticipation note. The township has, of course, issued tax and revenue notes in prior fiscal years. But for the benefit of the new commissioners tonight, I'll give you a little bit background on what this is. So a tax and revenue anticipation note is exactly that. It's a note, a way for you to borrow money in anticipation of those taxes and revenues coming in for the fiscal year later this year as they start to come in. The note is a pledge of your revenues and taxes that come in for the year. So you're basically promising the bank, in this case it's Orstown Bank, which would be the purchaser of the note, that you'll use those revenues that come in this year to repay the bank for the note. The note is a one-year obligation. Under the Local Government Unit Debt Act, tax and revenue anticipation notes can only be issued for up to 1 year. So the note must be repaid in full by December 31st, 2026. The note is in the maximum principal amount of $5 million, which is an equivalent amount to the note that was issued for the 2025 fiscal year. That note was just recently repaid, so there are no outstanding notes at this time. This note would be issued to provide working capital again for the township for the remainder of this fiscal year. The resolution before you, which I've prepared with input from your solicitor, again would authorize the issuance of that note and the sale of the note to Orstown Bank. The proposal from the bank is for the purchase of the note at an interest rate that is equal to the 30-day term SOFR rate. That is a variable rate of interest. Term SOFR, again, because it's variable, will fluctuate day to day. At the time of the issuance of the bank's proposal, it was fluctuating at about about 4.5%. It's down 30-day SOFR is now down to about 3.8, 3.9%. So based on that 30-day SOFR rate, the current interest rate that you'd expect to see, again, it's going to fluctuate, but currently it's going to be about 4.5% when you take into account the 3.8% SOFR rate plus the margin that they charge, which is 1.9%, and then you take 79% of that because this is a tax-exempt obligation. The township as a governmental unit can issue debt on a tax-exempt basis. So the interest that you pay the bank for the borrowing of the money, the bank does not pay income tax on that borrowing, on that interest that they receive. A little bit more that I usually go through with this, but I'm hoping that answers any questions you have. But if anyone on the board has questions for me, I'm happy to take those questions.
Does anyone have questions at this time? All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. We had the motion in the second. Is that or not yet? Okay.
No, you do not.
So I will entertain a motion to approve the tax and revenue anticipation note.
Make a motion.
Do we have a second? Second. Do we have any further discussion at this time? Just called for discussion. All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. That's going to be resolution R-2026-3. Thank you again for being here this evening.
Thanks, sir.
All right. We are up to item 22, public comment. If you'd like to speak, please come forward, state your name and address, and then you may begin. And again, we'll try to keep it 2-3 minutes. If you do speak, we'll have you write it down as well for record-keeping purposes.
Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, members of the public. My name is Brian Beislein. I'm the store manager at the Walmart on Grayson Road. Just came for a few reasons. I wanted to first congratulate, introduce myself, and continue to keep a good relationship with the Board of Commissioners, Chief of Police, Chief of Fire, and the Township. We have a really good relationship at my store, me personally, with everyone, so I want to keep that relationship, so congratulations to you all. And I want to thank everyone for coming out to our Shop at the Cop event that we had, I believe it was December the 13th. I know Chief Stauffer was there, many commissioners were there. You guys and gals all support that every single year. Usually we do over 100 underprivileged children. We give $100 gift card to those children so they can make Christmases for their families, as you all know, but a lot of the public doesn't know. So I just wanted to thank you for always being a part of that, being there for us, and to continue this relationship that we have. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any other visitors requesting comments?
I'm a little short.
Laura.
Christine Zubek, 6840 Diauda Drive. First, I want to begin by congratulating the new commissioners on the board. I wish you all of the best of luck. And one of the things I'd like to touch on this evening is, let me just finish this up here. Earlier this evening, you all put your hand on a Bible and you swore to uphold the laws of the Commonwealth and discharge your duties with fidelity. And I'd like to express concerns that you're not off to a very good start. And this is no disrespect to the new commissioners. This is more for the current board who failed to pass a 2026 budget. If you look back through the video specifically shows that the budget was advertised on December 10th, voted to advertise, but it was never voted on by the full board. And the first class township code, exact language, reads, after the proposed budget has been available for public inspection for at least 20 days, the Board of Commissioners shall, after making revisions as appropriate, adopt final budget not later than December 31st. Now, I saw a news report earlier this evening. I was actually going to stay home, and then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I have to correct some things. Because on one hand, you have one commissioner saying they passed, there was a 2026 budget passed, and on the other hand, you have the solicitor saying no, that's not the case, and thank you for being honest. But no, it wasn't passed. But here's the thing I struggle with. For a solicitor, the job is to uphold the law, to ensure that the township does not break the law. And to sit there and say, well, it doesn't matter that a budget wasn't passed by December 31st as the state law requires, because we're planning on amending it in January. How do you amend the budget when you don't even have one? How do you do that? How do you amend something that's non-existent? I'm just curious. And then tonight I see on the agenda that you have a tax revenue anticipation note. Well, how do you vote on a loan when you don't have a spending plan for 2026? I really can't understand why things are so backwards. It's a little disappointing because I know you know the law, and I heard earlier, I take that seriously. To me, that is everything. Your word is everything, and the residents expect that from you. And I also want to express concerns that the proposed budget online, and it still says 2026 proposed budget because that is the case. And I know Commissioner Connolly in his comments earlier this evening for the news said, well, we haven't done anything different than we did in prior years. You have. In prior years, we had a budget passed in December. This year, we did not. So it is different. And the contradiction from the commissioner versus the solicitor, well, that should give everybody concern. Get on the same page and do what's right and vote on procedures and enforce the law. Because earlier tonight, on item number 14, you voted on Robert's Rules of Order. Well, no one up here knows Robert's Rules of Order. Because if you did, the gentleman, Commissioner Douglas, made a motion for Commissioner Steele to be president. There was a motion on the floor, and then there was a subsequent motion. Well, that motion should have been voted on individually from the second motion. I looked it up, Commissioner Ellis. Please don't shake your head because it's true.
I'm trying to be respectful. You are over the 3 minutes.
In any case, your dad, he surpassed 3 minutes a million times when I was sitting in your seat.
Right.
So
we do have a celebration.
I'm trying to be fair here.
That are trying to see the new commissioners.
Well, I'd also,
that's why.
Well, there's like 30 minutes for pictures. You can at least give me a few more minutes here.
We can do one more, but we need to move the meeting.
Okay. So
That's
I would
not
also
how that
like to
works.
mention the fact that I saw in the 2026 proposed budget that there's a $5 million transfer from the building bond fund to the general operations budget, to the general fund. That's not allowed. Please explain to me how you can justify transferring $5 million from the building bond fund to the general fund.
All right,
Why can't you follow the rules? I'm pretty sure that the contract you signed states it can only be used for capital improvements.
We have family members of the new commissioners that are
I
here.
respectfully finish up my comments by saying I would appreciate it.
Week and you can do whatever at that point.
Thank you. And as a resident of Swatara Township and a taxpayer, I'm asking you to do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a good
you.
evening.
Do we have any other visitors requesting comments at this time?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good evening, Phil Bear, 379 Hartford Avenue, but more importantly, I'm here in my capacity as the 32-year chairman of the Zoning Hearing Board of Swatara Township. I've also served on that board for 38 years, and I've been pleased to do so, and I certainly continue to relish serving in that capacity. I come here tonight, frankly, dismayed, dejected, despondent. I kind of ran out of synonyms, but you get the point. Serving with me on the board for the past 17 years has been Betsy Taylor. Betsy is just a phenomenal member of the board. She's bright, she's articulate, her credentials are beyond reproach. She's got a bachelor's degree from Pitt, master's degree from Pitt, a law degree from Widener. She's the senior counsel for the Highmark Blue Shield and also the director of regulatory affairs. She knows the law. She knows the Constitution of the United States. She knows the Constitution of Pennsylvania. She knows what case law is. She knows what statutory law is. She knows that there are such things as municipal ordinances and how they play out in terms of the whole local government situation. She has served this township with dignity, with decency, and she's the type of person who can disagree without being disagreeable. Her personality is just terrific. She has worked in a very collegial fashion with me, and I'm very appreciative of that service. It's because of all these things that I'm so disappointed that she has not been reappointed to this board. There is no solid reason. There are reasons, but there are no solid reasons for her not to be reappointed. I would hate to think that one of the reasons for her reappointment is that, perish the thought, she's a Republican. Ooh, can you imagine? Honestly, I hope that doesn't come into play. This is municipal government. This isn't the Congress of the United States. This is not the Pennsylvania General Assembly. This is local government. Partisanship should not come into play. The mayor of New York back in the 1930s, a guy by the name of Fiorello LaGuardia, said that there's no such thing as a Republican or a Democratic way to pave a road. And he's right. When you come to municipal government, what matters is just simply doing the right thing. And frankly, doing the right thing means in some cases just saying no. That's the right thing to do in certain cases, certainly not in all. I don't know Ms. Cannoli. She's appointed to this board. I'm sure we'll get along fine, that there won't be an issue. But I do think it's a terrible mistake to basically, thumb your nose at someone who has given 17 years of her life to serving the board, again, the board and this township with distinction. Now, one other concern, and this doesn't really fall within my purview, but more within the purview of Solicitor Weiland. I believe Ms. Cannoli is an officer in the Rutherford Fire Company. If you take a look, Solicitor Weiland, at Section 903 of the MPC, I believe there's the last sentence of that subsection says something to the effect that that no member of the zoning hearing board basically can have any affiliation with any entity affiliated with the township, be it appointed or elected. I know I'm putting you on the spot, Solicitor. Yeah, but I mean that's a concern of mine. Again, no issue with Ms. Cannoli. I said I'm sure it'll work out fine, but I am very disappointed. And frankly, and this might sound a little harsh, I take this rejection of Betsy Taylor to be, frankly, an affront, and frankly, a vote of no confidence in my chairmanship. That hurts. That hurts. Anyway, we'll conclude with that remark. Congratulations to all of you, and look forward to continuation of a solid working relationship in the next few years. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any other visitors' requests and comments at this time?
Yes, sir. Hello. First off, my name is Michael Tuckey, 5875 Gansmer Lane. I'd like to congratulate both Commissioner Douglas and Commissioner Rye. Everything Christine Zubek stated earlier, I have the same concerns, so I'm not going to repeat any of that. I'd like to thank Betsy Taylor for all the service that she has given to this township. And Solicitor Weiland, are you going to have an answer for what that gentleman just stated?
Yeah,
next meeting?
Look into it, yeah.
Or would that be next meeting, sir?
Or before, yeah.
I'd like to, if you don't mind, state exactly what's entailed with that at the next meeting, if you could, please. It's good seeing everyone that's here tonight. It'd be great to see everyone participate and come to more of the meetings and really pay attention to what's going on in our township. Take an active interest and follow through and get more involved in our community. I would love to see that happen because we have to be paying attention and give input if you agree or disagree on different issues throughout our community. I'd love to be able to see that happen. That's pretty much what I wanted to say tonight. I hope you have a good evening.
Thank you. Do we have any other visitors' requests and comments at this time? All right. We're going to go ahead and move on to commissioners' comments. We'll start with Commissioner Connolly.
Thank you. I'm going to be brief tonight. This meeting is a reorganization meeting. As you see, there's some business that we have to conduct. That's what we're here to do. Sometimes we have tough decisions, and that's why we make them. If every person could recommend who would go on a board, it wouldn't work out. Ultimately, it's this board. I'm proud to be up here with the 5 people that you see here tonight. They're going to be awesome commissioners if they're new. They're already doing a great job if they've been here. Congratulations, Benita. Congratulations, Ben. And we're going to have refreshments and food and celebrate and take pictures downstairs as soon as this is over. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Commissioner Douglas.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. Okay, I'd like to thank everyone for your support. And we will continue to support you. I'm going to lead with the opening and closing remark. Behold, a sword went forth to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no roots, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let them hear. Remarks complete.
Thank you. Commissioner Rye.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here this evening. Today, as I took my oath, I do so with gratitude and humility. I accepted this responsibility as a commitment to serve, not to hold power. I pledge to work with honesty, fairness, transparency, and respect for all. I look forward to working together to bring positive growth in our community. Thank you for your support and trust. May God bless each of you and our wonderful Swatara Township. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Steele.
I want to begin by sincerely thanking each and every one of you who chose to join us here tonight, both in person and online, for the swearing-in ceremony of Ben Douglas and Benita Rye. Hopefully I got your name right. Your presence matters, your engagement matters, and your belief in this moment matters. Tonight I want to speak to you from a personal perspective. This evening is just not about a ceremonial transition or the recording of a historical fact. Through history has indeed been made. With this election, we welcome the second African American male and the first Bhutanese Nepali female to serve in these roles. That alone is significant. But history, when it is truly meaningful, must do more than mark a milestone. It must move us towards change. History is only powerful when it becomes a turning point, when it forces us to reflect, to correct, to recommit ourselves to something better than what came before us. It is uniquely powerful that when Ben Douglas was fighting for our freedoms abroad in foreign nations, Benita Rai was fighting to break free from the bondage of a tyrannical king. Their paths were different, but their purpose was the same: freedom, dignity, self-determination. Both were fighting for a moment like this, because those who made those sacrifices for these freedoms, these changes, and the very gathering that we're at to exist. This is why tonight is not symbolic. It's consequential. It is paramount to the survival of this local government, of our county, of our state, of our nation, that we collectively commit to making people's lives better through good judgment, responsible leadership, and principled governance. Administrations must stop the constant silencing of dissent. Democracy does not fear disagreement. It depends upon it. We must remember first, foremost, that we are leaders of people's local government. Our responsibility is not to govern by popularity, applause, or political convenience, but by wisdom, integrity, and courage, even when that wisdom is unpopular. Most importantly, we must address what is truly at stake: the survival of our government as it was intended to function. Our nation is in a crisis, and so too is our local government, our county government, and our state government. We are in a constant battle with political machines, entrenched bureaucracies, and a political culture that too often serves parties' interests, emotional correctness, or power preservation, rather than the people that matter themselves. We are living in a moment that should be uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Correction is uncomfortable. Accountability is uncomfortable. America in Swatara Township stands at a crossroads, on a path of the correction of its past failures, with more than 250 years of rich history. We cannot continue with the same politics and expect different outcomes. Votes cast do not determine truth. Applause can no longer decide leadership. The state of governance declines the moment we stop asking who is qualified and start asking who is merely liked. Part of the struggle requires us to recognize the difference between authority rooted in wisdom and moral clarity versus authority rooted in control and manipulation. You don't need to be defiant to recognize the difference. You can sense it when the power is exercised without the corresponding responsibility, competence, or ethical foundation to justify it. And when leadership lacks discipline, restraint, and humility, when decisions are driven by impulse rather than foresight, institutions suffer. Recklessness is not a strength. Loudness is not a leadership. And authority without wisdom becomes a liability to the very people it claims to serve. Government cannot afford leaders who confuse to control competence or ego for vision, because the consequences are felt not in theory, but in people's daily lives. We cannot have freedom without discipline and accountability. We cannot replace expertise with opinion. Government must be guided by those trained, prepared, and capable of governing. And when it is not, the people must respond with visual rejection, because the cost of indifference is far too high. As a party, we can no longer stand by while the extremes on both the left and the far right erode our institutions. These are not abstract threats. They are elected officials whose actions slowly poison individual freedoms, creativity, and progress. Government does not collapse overnight. It erodes when good people remain silent. If we are a party that claims to stand on the principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion, especially when local government that is meant to serve the people, then we must demonstrate those principles through action, not rhetoric. Inclusion means listening. Equity means fairness in application. Diversity means valuing differences, not weaponizing it. We are at a pivotal moment where those who elected us to see that the values we speak about are the values that guide our decisions. Governance should never be comfortable. If it is, you are not doing it right. Leadership should test you in ways you have never been tested before. And if you truly become the change you speak of, understand this: others may become intolerant of you. Change hurts. It challenges complacency. It exposes weaknesses. When others cannot tolerate your light, do not dim it. The problem is not that you are too much. It is that others become too little. I know with this team here, this administration will govern with wisdom, clarity, good governance, at the will of the people. I hope that the progress we make here will be spoken about for generations to come. Board of Commissioners, our moment is now. Once again, I want to congratulate Ben Douglas and Benita Rye on their victory, but more importantly, I want to congratulate all of us on our victory over a political machine that has resided within this local government far too long. Thank you all for being here tonight. I wish you a wonderful evening, and I invite you to join us down in a little bit here for refreshments. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you. Lucky me, I get to follow that up. I will be brief. I just want everyone to take a moment to reflect in the history that you're witnessing today. Judge Williams was the first Black female elected to the Dauphin County Court of Common Pleas. So having her here was also a part of history. As Vice President Steele said, we have only the second Black male that was ever elected to this board, and we have Ms. Rye, who is not only the first Nepali-speaking Bhutanese Nepali-speaking person elected in Swatara Township, but also Pennsylvania, and we believe the country at this point. So that is some massive history. We are very fortunate. We are very fortunate to have her. Look forward to working with you. I know you will serve the people well. I know you will serve the people well. So again, just take a moment to reflect on how historic this evening has been. That's all that I have to say. Thank you everyone that came out to show support. Thank you to everyone that takes the time to watch these. We do have refreshments down in the basement. Everyone can come and engage in some fellowship. You can meet our new additions to the board. We'll go to a motion for adjournment.
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned at 8:44.